Yeah, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot. Is that Dale in Eire? Back to you.
Yeah, it is. It's Dale EI7HDB. I still just get the whole time. I'm used to it. Mike 0. Yeah, go again with the rest of the call. I missed it. So.
Yeah, it's Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot. It's Mark in Sidcup in the southeast of England. And Dale, I think we've spoken many times. Not too sure as an M0 though, but I know we have spoken many times as a when I was a 2 Echo 0 Echo Romeo X-ray. And I think we become friends on Facebook. Well, it's got to be several years ago now, if I've got the right Dale. Back to you, EI7, and I haven't got the rest of the call sign off the top of my head either. Back to you.
You on the M0 call sign. If I have, I think you love it. No, I don't have that call sign in my logbook. Well, I do now. So no call sign. Hotel Delta Slot. And yeah, as far as I'm aware, I'm the only Dale that's on the radio over here. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger, Dale. Okay. Your signal's a little bit noisy to me. I was just listening to the QSO that you was having with the other chap, but I didn't catch his call sign. But he was like +30, +35. You're around S9 and quite close to my high noise floor this evening. So yeah, you're a sort of you're bordering between a 4 and 9 and a 5 and 9. And I just heard you just calling, was anyone there? And I wasn't going to come back. And I just, heard you call. And I thought I'd heard someone tuning over the top of you both just a few minutes ago. So when no one come back, I just thought I'd come back. Funnily enough, I was trying to key up and thinking I'm not putting out any power. And I realised that the heaters on this radio hadn't been switched in. I'm using an old TS520S, an old Trio hybrid, and I'd had the while I was doing some shortwave listening yesterday, I had the heaters on the finals turned off. So yeah, I was trying to talk to you and let you know that I was there, but wasn't getting through. Well, with that long ramble over, I'm just missing the last letter of your call sign, Dale. It's just, as I say, just the last letter. So I've got the Echo India 7 Hotel Delta, and didn't catch the last letter. But it's Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Fox, and it's Mark in Sidcup in Kent. I think we've got all of that established. And I'm running about, I suppose, about 110 watts into a 90-foot long wire, Dale. Back to you. And if I could just get that last letter and we can crack on. Cheers for that. EI7HD ? M0 JCF.
Yeah, okay, Mark, no problem, all copies. Yeah, it's Bravo, Echo India 7, Hotel Delta Bravo. High definition broadcast. Easiest way to remember it. It's, yeah, a friend of mine came up with that, and I just kind of liked it. So, Bravo is the last letter. Which station is on frequency actually gets to? Colin.
Yeah, Echo India 7, Hotel Delta Bravo, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Fox. Yeah, I'm not sure it's the same Dale anymore. But I got the call sign, but unfortunately your signal's dropping in and out of my noise. It's a real difficult copy this evening. We've got a little bit of lightning noise in the background, but that's not the problem. I think the problem is purely local noise, probably people's chargers and God knows what else, you know, and they've all got their TVs on and everything else that happens in an urban area like I am. But just wondering roughly where you are, if you've got a locator maybe. I'm in Juliet Oscar 01 Bravo Kilo, Dale. Back to you. EI7HDB M0 JCF.
Yeah, sorry about that, Mark. I'm just checking that somewhere. Yeah, I've double with you. The call sign is Bravo. The last letter is Bravo. Yeah, I'd come back to you and I didn't have the amp turned on, so I've turned the amp back on now, so hopefully my signal's a bit stronger with you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, 5 and 9 plus 20, and actually got a good audio now, can actually hear you. I just wondering what power you was running, and what power you was running with the amp on. Back to you.
Yeah, with the amp off, I was at 10 watts, and with the amp on, at this moment in time, I'm about 115 watts. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, well, that makes a lot of sense. 10 watts to 115 watts. Really, I mean, the major difference is your audio's carrying a lot better with the 115 watts. But with the 10 watts, it was there, no problems whatsoever. And I'm a big advocate of QRP and 10 watt. I mean, quite often when I'm on 10 meters, I only run 10 watts or less. 80 meters, not so much. I tend to run the higher power just because of the higher noise that everyone suffers with, and it just keeps you, you know, like your head above the parapet. Having said that, I was on the Work Tool Britain net last night, and there was an MM7, his name was Mark, up in just south of Edinburgh. And he was absolutely storming into the southeast of England, and obviously with well, the assumption is 10 watts. And no problems whatsoever. But yeah, 5 and 9 plus 20 with the amp switched in. Just wondering what antenna you've got. As I say, I'm using an inverted U-shaped long wire, about 90 feet long, and I'd say about 65 feet of it, the horizontal section, is about 25 feet over the ground, as I say, and then I've got a vertical section at each end. Back to you.
Yeah, okay, Mark, no problem, all copied. Yeah, my antenna, it's just a dipole I knocked up out of a bit of earth wire for 80 meters, and I put it to 3.750 is my FWR is totally flat, and because it's made out of 4 squared, it seems to be have quite a wide bandwidth on it, and I can operate without a tuner from about 3.650 right the way up the top of the band. Listen, Colin's back on frequency, and it is his frequency, so just stand by, Mark, and I'll get Colin to give you a call. Colin, let's give Mark a call there. M0CUU EI7HDB.
Okay, thanks for that, Mark. Okay, evening to you, Mark. Sorry for that, Dale. Thanks for bringing me back. Okay, Mark. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Fox. Hiccup. M0CUU, Mike 0, Charlie, Uniform, Colin. Just out of Pershore in South Worcestershire, over.
Oh, QSL Colin, and very nice to meet you. As I said to Dale, just when you went QRX, I was just listening to your conversation, and you was at least plus 35, 5 and 9 plus 35, and yeah, you're absolutely storming in this time. I would say pretty much the same. I mean, I backed off the RF gain a lot. I would say about 80%, and to lower the noise floor, you know, to get the signal noise ratio a lot better, just so that I could hear Dale a lot better. And yeah, you were still wrapping this old needle round the stop almost. But I don't know if you heard what I was just telling Dale, and I've got the wrong Dale, unfortunately. It was a little bit convoluted at the beginning. He was running 10 10 watts. He was in my noise, and I thought it was Dale, Dale obviously in Southern Ireland, and it wasn't the same Dale, so I think we cleared that one. Anyway, I don't know if you heard me telling him, I'm using an old Trio 520S, a little analog hybrid radio, and I'm putting out about, I'll say about 110 watts at the moment into a 90-foot long wire, but I'm receiving you really, really well. And as I say, I had the RF gain backed right off, just for that signal to noise ratio, and you're putting in a cracking signal from Worcestershire, absolutely lovely. And it's always a joy when I'm on 80 meters to actually hear signals like that. You know, it's not so much the signal strength, it's the clarity of the audio that always impresses me. Anyway, after that ramble, I will cut it short there. One of the reasons I jumped in, as I say, I was just having a bit of a shortwave listen, and had the heaters turned off, just spinning around the dial. I heard you go QRX, and Dale was calling, and I heard another station tuning, but I don't know if that station was coming back to him. But I just jumped in to say hello. Unfortunately, I was talking to myself and wondering why I had no output, and it turned out, as I say, I had the heaters turned off on the finals. But that big load of old waffle, I'll let you carry on. As I say, I'm gonna go back to doing what I was doing, and maybe I'll catch up with you in the near future. But it's been an absolute superb pleasure to talk to you. But I think I've rattled on so much, it probably lost you in the QSB or something like that, and I haven't even had the courtesy to ask for a report yet. So I'll ask for a report as well on your last over, but I'll let you gents get back to it. As you can tell, I do waffle on. Sorry about that. M0CUU, M0JCF.
M0JCF, M0CUU. Okay, well, thanks for calling in, Mark, this evening. Your report is ADB over 9 here. Okay, quick rundown what I'm using this evening, which is an Icon 7700. The SM50 microphone into a PW1 amplifier at about 300 watts. And the antenna's new. I put it up last Friday, and it's an 80-meter dipole, 126 and a bit foot long, fed back with 100 ohm twin ribbon feeder to a 1-to-1 balance just outside the shack, and a random length of coax into the amplifier, Mark. But no, it's great to hear you from Sidcup. In fact, I've got a friend down there, G6RUN. I'm sure you know him, over.
You mean G6INU? That'll be Doug. Do you know what? It's incredible. 40 meters. If I talk to a German, especially on 40 meters, and I tell them I'm in Sidcup in Kent, and the first thing that rattles back from them is, "Do you know Doug, G6INU? I haven't worked him for a long time, and I want to know, is he okay?" And I think, yeah. I mean, I only spoke to Doug just a few days ago, and now I've got people asking me on 80 meters about Doug. I've never actually met him, and even though we belong to the same club, I've never actually met Doug face to face, but I have spoke to him the last 3, maybe 4 years now, fairly regularly. I wouldn't say that regularly, but I mean, you can always find him on 40 meters, definitely. And of course, we're so close, we're just a bit of ground wave between us. But he was alive and kicking just recently there, Colin, back to you.
Yep, okay, Mark. Well, Doug and I go back at least 25 years, so I'm not QRV on 40 at the minute, although I've just acquired an add-on kit for the Yagi for 40, but brilliant bloke. I'd say at least 25 years I've known him through radio, and I miss his QSOs. He does get on 80 on the odd occasion, but of course he's got his fair to grain there, looking after his missus, as we all know. But no, I do miss him. Great. I haven't spoken to him for 18 months because I've been off 80 for 18 months. but it's just nice to pop back in and old acquaintances and all that, Mark, ever.
Yeah, I do know exactly what you're saying, mate. And yeah, it's quite funny because I've only been licensed just coming up to 4 years now that I've gone through all 3 licenses. And as I say, I started, what was it, October, November 2017 is when I got my first license. And it is quite amazing, especially Europeans, the amount of Europeans that I speak to. And I look at the logbook, and, and I've logged them time and time again, and sometimes they remember you, sometimes they don't, and likewise, sometimes I remember them, sometimes I don't. I say normally southern Germany, Switzerland, round that way. I normally get the same old people come out the woodwork when I'm calling CQ, and it's always a good pleasure because you're going to get a rag chew as well, rather than just a quick report or a quick technical exchange and then move on. So yeah, it's always good. But I normally find what we're on now, I find we're on 3760, aren't we? Which is the Work Tool Britain frequency, not their frequency per se, but the one they like to generally settle on. And I normally find I'm filling in the same squares quite often because you get to talk to them regularly. But great, great band, 80 meters. Great band if you want an Inter-G or Eire or like Near Continent QSO in the evenings. Great band, and likewise 40 meters. It can be the same, except you can do the same sort of thing in daylight. At least I can with my antenna because it's quite close to the ground. Anyway, on that note, I'll catch up with you again sometime, I'm sure. And next time I speak to Doug, which I'm sure won't be too long, I'll let him know that I spoke to you, Colin, and you was asking after him. So I wish you and Dale very best wishes, 73, and thanks for having me on. Thanks for letting me run me mouth away, as it always does. As I say, I only jumped on because Dale was calling while you was QRX for your comfort break. So on that note, I'll hand it back to you for any finals, and I will listen for any finals from Dale as well, but I'll let you carry on talking the talk, and I'll go and walk the walk. So M0CUU, M0JCF in company with EI7HDB. Very good evening, gents.
Okay, Mark, well, thanks for calling in this evening. A pleasure as always. As I say, I've been away from AT for at least the last 18 months or so, so it's really nice to make old acquaintances and so forth. But yeah, 3760, it does get vacated from time to time, including the horizontal net of a morning and the Pathfinder net, which actually I called in at, I think it was about 5:10 this morning. But okay, Mark, been a pleasure. Look forward to the next one. Back to you, Dale, over.
Yeah, okay, Colin. Okay, Mark, thanks for calling in. And yeah, if you're talking to Colin, Colin might said hi as well. I spoke to a few times now. Usually on Portuguese or so. So yes, Colin might said hi from County Carlo. Right. I'm getting tired now. I told you I had a problem when it starts getting late, I start getting tired, Colin. So I'll probably give it another 10 minutes, then I'm going to shoot off, because then I've got to at least have a cup of coffee or something, because otherwise then I'll end up falling asleep here. Go ahead.
Well, as I said, I'm a long-term cardiac patient, Dale, so